Hi guys! So I wanted to talk Christmas. I know my mind's been a lot on Christmas lately and I wanted to show something really quickly. So we went to Mommy and Me playgroup today and the baby made this. Well, he didn't make it, I made it, but this is his handprint and the little eyes and the nose and the antlers. So this is supposed to be a reindeer. So when we put up our Christmas tree, which will be the first week in December, I'll put this on the tree. I want to put like his name on the back and the date so we can have this as a keepsake. But besides that, I just wanted to get on face-to-face. I know I don't do a lot of face-to-face videos because it's just easier, and I kind of like doing videos like showcasing the items, but I don't have anything to showcase, so I thought a face-to-face would be a little bit nicer. I'm in my all-purpose room and I have my notes so don't forget anything. So my mind's been on Christmas since September. Like I said in my video about my videos before about Christmas, the Christmas season starts in Costa Rica. It starts in September. They don't celebrate Halloween. They are becoming more celebratory about Halloween, like they're recognizing it a little bit more, or a lot more now in Costa Rica, but it's not like America. You have to live in a certain, area or a certain, like, community to trick-or-treat. It's not the norm here. And as far as Thanksgiving, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving. It's not a recognized holiday here in Costa Rica. Obviously, there are a lot of Americans that live in Costa Rica that celebrate Thanksgiving, and there are some Costa Ricans who have adapted that holiday and they celebrate Thanksgiving because they like the tradition behind it. So you can find a lot of Thanksgiving items here: your turkey, your pumpkin, your canned pumpkins, all of that stuff. It's easy to come by, but it's not an official holiday. It's not recognized as an official holiday. So pretty much from September, they just jump right into Christmas. So that's why I've been thinking about Christmas so much. Because of that reason, I tend not to do any Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving. I want to enjoy each holiday as it comes. But because I wanted to do a lot of planning earlier this year, I wanted to plan, I wanted to budget, and I wanted to make sure that I was going to have Christmas down pat before December for my kids. That's why my mind has been on Christmas since September. So I'm pretty much done shopping for my kids. I'm really excited. I actually took out all the presents and I showed my husband because he didn't believe me. He thought that I was kidding. So when he saw all the gifts, he was very happy with everything that I bought. And I think he's going to be happy when I tell him how much I spent, because I had a budget of $400 for all the kids. So that would be $100 per kid. And I have pretty much spent so far under $300. So I think that's really good, and I'm glad that I was able to stick to a budget, because it's really easy to go overboard for Christmas when it comes to buying presents for your kids. I'm guilty of that, but I've noticed we just have so much more fun and we enjoy Christmas a lot better when we keep it simple. So I had a list for my mother-in-law of gifts that I wanted to get her, or not get her, gifts that I wanted to get the kids. Since my mother-in-law was going to Boston to visit, I gave her a list of all the items I wanted to get the kids for Christmas so that she could get them in Boston and bring them back here because it's cheaper. And being the wonderful person that she is, my in-laws are amazing. She decided to go ahead and get all the presents on my list. Like, she's just going to go buy them herself, and she wouldn't take the money from me. And I also gave her a list of gift ideas for the kids that she can get for them for Christmas. She's going to buy those too. So that has really helped my budget. But I did have to go ahead and find substitute gifts that I wanted to get the kids here in Costa Rica, that weren't going to be too expensive, because I didn't want to get anything more expensive than the items I would have gotten from Boston. So she wanted to do that. So I think that's really awesome. It's so nice of her, and it's really awesome to have in-laws like that. As far as gifts for each kid, so we do the 3 gift limit, and I started that a couple years ago. I found that idea on a message board, and I thought it was so awesome. She did 3 gifts for her kids, following the tradition of the 3 wise men, because they brought 3 gifts for Jesus. And I thought, well, 3 gifts, not only is that a nice amount for the kids to open up on Christmas, because they get so much from my in-laws, it's also really budget friendly, especially if you have a lot of kids like I do. I have 4. It's really nice to have a limit on all the gifts to get the kids. So for my 15-year-old, it's actually been a really nice year this year. He's getting everything he wanted on his Christmas list from my in-laws. So 2 of the biggest things he wanted was a Wii U and a flat screen TV. My mother-in-law had 3 flat screen TVs, and she was only using 1. So she was like, I'll give him 1. I'm not using it. So he got a flat screen TV. He has it in his room. So that's set. It's not like a Christmas gift. It's just something she gave him. And then my father-in-law is buying him the Wii U. So he's not asking for anything from us this year, anything major anyway. So his presents are going to be simple and just really like budget, because he's not really asking for anything. We try to stick to the 3 gift limit every year, especially if the items are a little bit bigger or more expensive. This year, the 2 middle kids, my daughter, who's 8.5, and my son, who is 7, they're going to get more than 3 gifts this year, for 2 reasons. 1, because their gifts were a lot smaller in smaller packages, and 2, because they were a lot less expensive. So although I don't want to like overload them with presents on Christmas morning to open up, I did get some really good deals and found some really great things and got them all the things they asked for Christmas. My kids know not to ask for a ton of stuff. They know about the 3 gift rule, and they're happy with even just 1 gift. So they are fine. And because we had talked about going to the beach this year as a family vacation, and that being like our big gift, they weren't asking for a ton of stuff. So I got them everything they wanted, and it just so happens that it's a little bit more. I think it's like 5 or 6 gifts they're getting a piece. And for them, it's more important that they have an equal number of gifts, because they notice, as far as the baby, he's getting 3 gifts. They're huge, but he's not going to care even if he got 1. And my 15-year-old, like I said, he's at the age where he just wants the 1 thing that he asked for. So he doesn't care about the number. He cares about the item. And my kids are being thoroughly, and I mean thoroughly, spoiled this year by my in-laws. So I don't have to worry about going out and spending a ton of money on their Christmas gifts this year. So that's my son. And like I said, that his items saved, his budget is going to be less than $100. The 2 middle kids are going to be less than $100. And the baby he actually hit his budget and went a little bit over his budget. But that's okay, because the other kids, their budget is less than the $100. So I'm coming in under budget. As far as I talked about stockings, now stockings, I did go a little bit, over. I didn't have a budget, but I kind of went over than what I thought I would spend on stockings this year. But I'm not tripping out. I'm not worried about it, because I'm going to be so under budget with Christmas gifts for the kids this year. It's okay that I went a little bit over on the stockings. So I'm really happy that my kids get to have the Christmas that they have. They're not spoiled. They understand what Christmas is about. Well, we can debate that, but I'm not going to get into that. But they know it's not all about the gifts. It's about the tradition. It's about making this time really magical. And hopefully when they grow up, they'll take the traditions with them and celebrate with their families and remember what we did when they were younger. I plan to do this for years to come because I want my kids to have that magical moment and magical memories about this time of the year. And my kids are super blessed to have the life that they have. I'm happy that I have the in-laws that I have. I'm happy that I have the Christmas that I have that I can give my kids, because when I was growing up, Christmas was not like this for me and my siblings. We growing up, we didn't celebrate Christmas. Not much, really. I mean, we celebrated the season and we understood it and we loved the time of year and all of that stuff, but we never had a tree. We didn't have gifts under the tree. I remember 2 years getting presents. That's it. I don't remember growing up with presents and things like that. So it's a little bit different for me, and I think that's why I want to give my kids that, because I didn't have that growing up. It wasn't until I went to Boston to live with my grandmother that we had a Christmas tree and we had presents and we celebrated it a little bit more. But as a young kid, it really wasn't like that growing up. So it means a lot to me that my kids get to have the Christmas that they have, because I know how much they love it and I know how much it means to them. It's kind of like magic. When they were younger, so for us, we celebrate with my in-laws on the 24th. They open their gifts and everything for my in-laws on the 24th. And then that night, the tree is empty. They've gotten all their gifts from my in-laws. That night, I wrap all the gifts when they're in bed and I put them under the tree so they wake up to a full tree. And it's kind of like magic, because they went to bed and the tree was empty and they wake up and it's full again, and then they get like 2 Christmases. So they get to open a ton of gifts on Christmas Eve, and then they get to open more gifts on Christmas morning, which is so much fun. So as far as that goes, I love that. But again, even though I love the season and I love everything about Christmas, we don't go overboard, and we really try not to. My husband is very simplistic, but he kind of gives in around the holidays for like Christmas gifts and things like that. And I try to follow his lead in the simplicity, because our kids have a lot, so I'm not trying to add a lot to their stuff. Every year we go through their toy boxes a couple times anyway, and we throw away toys that don't work or are broken, and donate toys to kids that need it. And this year I actually did an angel tree child. So I picked a 2-year-old kid and I bought a gift for that kid so that that kid can have a Christmas gift on Christmas. So we try to teach them all about that as well. But they're kids, and they're happy to get the gifts under the tree and all the little things that come with Christmas, the arts and crafts. We make Christmas cards. We take our Christmas photo. We do a lot. We bake. We decorate. So it's so much fun during this time of year, and I just love it. It's like my favorite time. It's like my favorite holiday. I mean, I love Easter, the Easter basket. Oh, love that. I love Halloween. I mean, it's fun to dress up, right? Who doesn't love dressing up? And Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I love Thanksgiving. It was never a holiday that I liked that much, because my family never celebrated Thanksgiving all that much. But I've been hosting Thanksgiving for about 6 years here in Costa Rica, and it has fast become one of my favorite holidays. So I love Thanksgiving. So yeah, we love all the holidays. We celebrate all the holidays. I try to do it up big for them, but we don't go overboard. So that is basically what I wanted to talk about, talking Christmas and kind of getting into the mood and everything like that. I have videos that I'm going to do about the gifts that the kids are getting for Christmas, so I will do a separate video on that. And I'm going to break up those videos so that I'll do a video for my 2-year-old. Come here. A video for my 7.5-year-olds. Hi. He sees himself, my 8-year-old and my 15-year-old. That way you can just pick and choose what video you want to watch, depending on what age child you have to buy for. So if you watch this video, a very, very chatty video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Say bye.